So the purpose for today is a deload, and a deload will be essentially my next 2 weeks, 10 days approximately, given the actual training cycle. So we spent the first 3 weeks of this training cycle moving up and progressively overloading to a point now, and I obviously need to let my body rest and recuperate, allow my body to super compensate, and then at the end of this 10-day deload, we'll then begin the next block and we'll continue to progress up again. So the idea behind the reverse pec deck is to target the rear delts. Now, the purpose for the rear delts, particularly in the bench press, is the stability function. So the greater I can learn to switch on my rear delts, the greater padding I can create for the bench and stabilization I can create. So we can then leverage that stability to be able to press more through our periodization. So for the past 3 weeks, we've progressively overloaded. We're focusing on the squat and the push days in particular at the moment. We've gone 320, 330, 340, and my body's beginning to sort of take its toll right now. So the next 10 days is essentially going to be a deload for my joints, and to allow the training effect to happen from the past 3 weeks to carry over into the next training block. So with the idea now, 10 days, let my joints recover. The next potentially 3 to 4 weeks, we're gonna go up again, progressively overload and do some bigger numbers. So we're using the overhead seated shoulder press today because I didn't want to obviously tax my my nervous system using the barbell overhead press. I wanted to progress this, but that's actually maxed out. If you can see the fact that it's maxed out, I might end up adding a band or something like that to make it a little bit more difficult, and obviously progress that as well, or find another means to increase my shoulder press. The overhead shoulder press is really pivotal for the bench press as well. The stronger your shoulders, the more stable your shoulders are front to back, the better you're going to be able to bench press. So we need to do shoulders as well and keep on their stability and keep them strong. So just added lateral work to help build up the shoulders. This is more sort of hypertrophy work right now. We will continue to do this through the deload. A bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. All right, so you saw the shoulder workout. It is a part of the deload, so it's not super intense. So you may not see some heavier weights as you probably expect. The idea is to get through the next 10 days, make sure that my body is recovered through this deload, so then we can slingshot up into the next training phase. The goals for the next training block, obviously we're always trying to progressively overload with all the lifts. The big ones that I'm really sort of focusing on at the moment is that bare knee squat, and just continually touching away, creeping away just at that bench press. I hope to end up in the next sort of 3 to 4 weeks at around about 370 bare knee squat, and probably with the same sort of gauge as well for the bench press, so up around the 170 for 4x5 sort of range as well. So those are the goals for the next training block. The idea then is for the entire training block for the next sort of 3 to 4 months to end up around the sort of 400 for a single as a mini peak, just in a bare knee squat, but also around the 200 for a double or triple in the bench press as well.